So you join me back on Friday morning, 6 o'clock. It is a little bit earlier than usual. The trommel boys took the trommel apart yesterday, but the lorry and the crane is arriving today. They're gonna get that on the lorry and then take it off to Manchester. So let's go see how they're getting on. Just a couple of light adjustments here while the crane's taking the weight and they're good to go. Had to leave our little crane exercise. Hopefully that'll all be sorted by the time we get back to the yard. But we are now pulling back up to our little parade calf job the right way this time. But it does mean we've now got a bit of a reversing exercise. Give them a call and normally send someone up and they'll guide me back. So them gates are always locked. What they'll do is send someone down and they'll have a banksman. We'll wiggle through there and we'll go the whole way down the promenade. The concreting project we're involved with on this job is matching in the already existing concrete cliff face. The digger driver is taking our material up to the shuttered off area that's filled with reinforced steelworks. I didn't film much of that. That's a proper structural job, that is. The concrete was an RC35 mix, so there's people there, that's got to be tested, and that's just full concentration from all the guys involved. So yeah, we'll get back to the yard and see how the crane scenario is getting on. Looks like I've got back and missed all the action. Let's go. End of an era. God, look at all this space now. So the plan is, clear all this up obviously, gonna split this in half. There's gonna be a bay there and a bay there. Our bark is gonna go that side, something new coming here. And this is gonna be a bay as well. We're gonna put a roof on here, and that'll be for our lawn dressing soil. We're now pulling up to a nice little dumper to foundation job. I can see their vans there beside two bungalows. I should see the dumper down the bottom. It's gonna be a little good. One down this road. final one. That's my cue to stop. I think this is the first footing I've been able to film. Ground's really bad, so it's all steeled up. RC30 mix, but it is a big one. 8.5 cube coming in. Nice little dumper job. The finishing amount was 8 cube. On the part load we were able to wet the concrete right up and the lads were able to pull it from the front to the back with ease. Now look at this. I did have a little play around here yesterday. I should have put the GoPro up really, but the next yard project is obviously fill this with crushed brick rubble and then bring it up to height, probably a good foot concrete. Get rid of them skips, they can get gone. If anyone wants to buy some skips here for sale, 7 yard. They were pretty decent, to be fair. Yeah. There's our newest lorry of the fleet being loaded. Full load of Type 1, payload of 9 tonne. It's pretty impressive for a modern truck, to be fair. The reach on that crane as well. Yeah, quite impressive. Here's the older one, having a bit of pre-MOT work. All our bags made up for next day deliveries. So there are 1 tonne bags, they've made up to a tonne. You can more or less have any sort of quantity you want. There's a 751, an 851, some people only want 1/4 of a tonne. Yeah. This is our recycled side. So that's where the skips and the grabs all get tipped, and general people that are just coming in, getting rid of their soil and rubble, goes through our screeder there. So that separates the soil, which is then that gets tested and certificated. We then produce a recycled topsoil, which is that one. It goes for an attachment on the 360. That is a top quality lawn dressing that goes through another attachment. The brick rubble, the separated is here. The reason our crushed concrete is so good is because what we have left over from the lorries is spat down there, and we produce this lovely drop of stuff. That is pure crushed concrete. And the crushed brick rubble is here. That's not got any of the stuff that used to have in there since stopping general waste skips. That is the best thing we done, that was, to be honest. No crap like they used to be. Yeah, that's this side. So I've just mixed up. We're now heading to the lowest off parade job again. We're on the top of the Promenade where we done that CCTV camera in the previous video. We should have a pump waiting for us. He's sitting up top and we're going to pump it down to the bottom. So we'll see when we get there. The product you can see being sprayed by the pump driver is a concrete release oil to prevent any splash sticking to the vehicle. You'll now see the driver prime the pump with a cement water mix. This lines the pipe to prevent any blockages. Communication between myself and the operator is done by the horn connected to the lorry. He has a button on his controls. The 1 beep means go, 2 beep means stop, and when I'm empty, I press the yellow button. This is an RC35 10 millstone extra sand mix. Extra sand is always a must when going through a pump. The key is to keep the product just below the top of the paddles, otherwise you do risk getting a face full of concrete, and yes, I do know from experience. This is obviously a bit more technical than our usual day-to-day pours. Any normal foundation, both lorries will be revved up to the max and it'd have me empty, full 6 tube, in about 2 minutes. Baby. I wasn't going to film anything today because it's so busy, but the job I was supposed to be on later has now been cancelled until next week. This is my return load. I've already shot 6 meters into a dumper. This last little bit should just be able to shoot it on the floor and maybe pull it. That's only for a porcelain patio base, so it's nothing too drastic. get into the barrel a little bit. All you see here is a 12:1 lean mix. We recommend this under any patio project or driveway project to decrease the risk of any sinkages in the future. So that was a nice end to a week. Even their paperwork, push on, and I'll see you next week. Cool. He's not going to be happy when we get back. He doesn't do concrete. He normally refuses to do concrete, to be fair. That's not a bit in him. And he's been out on the worst mix as a concrete driver. That is a 4-in-1 sand cement floor screed mix, and that is a bit tricky to get right, especially in a little barrel like that can go round on itself and not come out too well. So we will see how happy he is when he gets back and see how well it come out. Let's see. Short straw there, we definitely got the short straw. He's doing well.